So you're welcome back. It's time for J&I and time for us to hear what you have to say on the various topics, the issues, the headliners that we've put on our social media pages. So you know how to join us on Twitter and on Facebook. We are Joy News on TV. Now, at least 3 children were defiled daily in Ghana in the years 2015, 2016 and 2017. And that is according to the 2017 CID Annual Crime Statistics Report. Well, Gender Minister Designate Cynthia Morrison is attributing the menace to fear, poverty and lack of education. So the question we are asking you is, what punishment or stiffer punishment do you suggest for perpetrators to deter others from engaging in such acts?
No, I'm not. That's the truth. Because there's
the punishment I would like the government, let's say, to take us, at least, if they are not punished, at least it should be 10 years. 10 years to deter the elderly ones from doing such things to our little girls.
I'm sure those laws are already in place, right? But people are still doing what they feel like doing at the end of the day. So the best thing right now is sensitization, if you ask me. All the corporations, committees, commissions concerned, they need to step up their game.
Usually they've been given 7 years, 5 years. However, that is not enough because we keep experiencing and then hearing reports of such incidents. And so I suggest that the punishment should be stiffer. Could be like 15 years imprisonment. And that may set as a deterrent to other.
Most of them psychologically they are not stable. It is a disease. Let's say fine, you jail the person, all right? You go and come back and do the same, but the person needs to be rehabilitated. He has to be at a rehab. You know, we have doctors to check on the person, like get to know what is wrong with the person. Not only should they go to the rehab, but if they are to go behind bars for 10 years, I think 30 will be cool.
Interesting responses there, but let's see what you've been saying on Facebook. And For Ima says, I think cutting their manhood off will do. Ooh, isn't it a bit too harsh? Well, Philip Ahuma says, Sa papa enyeshia, bonenso enyeshi. Let's castrate them. At least that will prove that we've eliminated some from the system. And Enoch Icy says they must be injected with tramadol and ginger with garlic, both mixed together. That is really, really something. Anyway, okay. Love Tay says, and what about our lawmakers? We pay them every month. We need to hear from them on this matter. Okay, and he's adding that what was the enforcement doing about such issues? And by enforcement, I believe you mean police and other agencies. Now, Andy C. Bene says, oh, this is simple. Let's castrate them. Looks like a lot of you want castration, are going for castration. Okay. Mary Rose Kiki says, better still cut off their manhood and blind them in the eye. Oh, wow. Nana Bochi Adam says, I'll blame their parents. Oh, really? Sheriff Nimbang writes, defilement is tantamount to murder, as in many cases the destiny of the victim is ruined completely. I therefore prescribe that where a married person commits the act, he or she should be stoned to death in this day and age. But where the perpetrator is not married, he should be given 100 strokes by a heavily bodied fellow and in the full glare of the public. Hopefully that will deter them from doing so again. Now, James Abusanga says, lifetime jail sentence will do. Okay, so that's your opinion. And Mary Rose Kiki writes, death penalty. Really? Does it warrant death? Interesting views there. But now, for those of you who have been worried about poor performance of your MPs and figuring ways of removing them before elections, this is for you. Local governance expert Dr. Eric Odro Osai says, citizens can take advantage of the Local Government Act to recall or impeach their leaders if they're not performing. So, are you satisfied with your MP's performance? If not, are you taking steps to kick him out?
no, I'm not. That's the truth. Because there are some things I think she's supposed to do, but she's not doing that. She's overlooking the important aspects, because we have a lot of drainage systems and the water doesn't flow. That's the problem. But she's not concentrating on that. I really don't know what she's concentrating on, but she's not doing her work. For now, I don't think injecting her would help, because I don't know anyone who is better than her.
My MP is doing well. So far, so good. Her name is Afole. I think I'm from Lejokuku Krowo. That's the constituency. So far, so good at the Minister for Fisheries, I guess, yeah, and aquaculture. She's doing well. She socializes, she mingles, she comes down to the grassroots, gets to see things that is happening. But what I want her to do is, Nungwa it's a fishing community. So at least if she could help us get a harbor, it would be cool, because she's also from there.
To me, I'm not seeing enough, but I'm expecting enough from them, because at times when we watch television and when you see, or when they go to Parliament, you can see that many of our MPs are not around. So that one too is something that is a bit worried, and they have to do something about it for us. Since we have given him a mandate of 4 years, so we can assess him based on the 4 years mandate. So when the 4 years end, because when we started anything by now, they can have excuses like, oh, our mandate is not up. So that's why we are not up to tax.
Okay, so let's go straight to Facebook to see what you've been saying about this. And we start off with Sharif Suleiman Nimbang, who says, the performance of my MP for the Savelugu constituency is just laughable, if not teeth gnashing. Interesting. He says, apart from being a spectator in the House, he has failed to be a citizen enough to respect and work for the interests of the very people whose sweat afforded him the opportunity to serve as Member of Parliament. I just want to believe that the essence of this act, like many others, would not be numbed by the machinations of corruption as we've been experiencing in this country. Interesting thoughts there. James Abusanga writes, these are some of the relevant bylaws we need in Ghana, because I hardly see or hear our constituency MP in Parliament after he was voted into power in 2016. Marcus Amemo says, no need for impeachment. Since the time we started voting to select our MPs, Ghanaians know how to change their non-performing MPs and don't need any, quote, entire advice or confusion on how to change them. If they are not performing, don't create any academic confusion. Just vote them out, period. Okay. All right. Philip Ahuma says, most of them are not performing. As for the impeachment, it's because Ghanaians are peace-loving people. Other than that, Parliament would have been empty by now. Edu Bright Clifford says, if citizens are aware of this right, many of these MPs would have resigned themselves before their own people initiate processes to remove them. Some are simply radio MPs. I would agree with you there, Edu. Now, Issa Alidu says, when the government is not fulfilling its promises, an MP will never be able to deliver. I'm not sure about that. Well, Harold Demeka says, the president himself is not performing. How can the MP also do his job well? It's about time we kick the president out of office this coming 2020. All right, that's your opinion. And Kwesi Boateng Yipa writes, a time will come and the citizenry will be so powerful that being a politician will no more be lucrative again. The citizenry will demand from greedy politicians every promise that will come out of their mouths.